Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Ala's World of Finance. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend here. So in this video, I just want to give a quick update on Nintendo stock because Financial Times is actually reporting that Nintendo is increasing the Nintendo Switch production to 18 million. And this is huge, guys, because we've been seeing how Nintendo stock has just been climbing like crazy. The Nintendo Switch is selling out everywhere. It's selling like crazy. So they're doing very well. And now they're increasing it to 18 million. And this is huge because Nintendo just recently, it was reported that they were increasing production from 8 million to 16 million. So doubling their production for the year from March 2017 when the Nintendo Switch was released to March 2018, doubling the production from 8 million to 16 million because of demand. And now it's been reported that they're increasing it to 18 million, so an additional 2 million. These are not small numbers, guys. These are huge numbers. And what's really going on here is that there is a huge demand for the Nintendo Switch. Anytime that a store gets the Nintendo Switch in stock, it just outsells. It sells out immediately. Anytime that Amazon gets the Nintendo Switch in stock, it sells out in minutes. And Financial Times is citing their source as people close to Nintendo, which is a little vague, but there's really no reason to not believe it because the Nintendo Switch is just selling out like crazy and it's selling everywhere. And in fact, it's been selling so much that Nintendo had to airship units. They were actually shipping units through the air on planes. They were air shipping units. That's how much they were selling. And they wanted to do that so that they could get as many Nintendo Switch consoles into as many people's hands because it was just in such high demand, and it continues to be in such high demand. Now, Nintendo has an expectation of around 10 million units to be sold for the year. But the only reason that they're doing that, they're completely lowballing. In fact, a lot of analysts came out and said they're doing that because they just want to beat their expectations. Analysts have much higher expectations. If you look it up, any analyst that you look up, they most likely have a way higher expectation. And another reason why Nintendo had such a small expectation is because the Wii U, which was the home console previous to the Nintendo Switch, was a huge failure. It did horrible. Now the Wii, right before the Wii U, that was a huge success. And when they had the Nintendo Wii, their stock price was actually at around, I believe, $78, close to $80. So they were doing very well. And the Nintendo Wii console just sold like crazy. But then they had the Wii U. It was a huge failure. I think, don't quote me on this. I should have looked this up before the video, so I apologize. But I think that the Wii U sold around maybe 11 to 12 million units. I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, we're looking at the Nintendo Switch outselling the Wii U in its first year compared to the Wii U's entire life cycle. So this is huge, guys. And the Wii U's been out for what, like maybe 5 years or so? I don't know. But the Switch is just setting records all over the place. So it's just in really high demand. And it's doing very well, and it's driving stock up immensely. So in fact, let's look at the numbers. For the last week, it's been up almost 10%. The stock has been up almost 10%. Last month, it's been up around 18%. Last 3 months, around 43%. And year to date, around 44, almost 45%. And in 1 year, it's been up 108%. So stock has been doing extremely well. Now, the 52-week low was at $16.77. The 52-week high was actually at $38.25. And that was just met recently. I think just the last time that they had the last day before they closed. And currently, when they closed, it was at around $37.55. So it just kind of barely dropped from the 52-week high. But I mean, this is crazy, guys. So it's doing very, very well. Now, let's look at some other stuff. We have the E3 event coming up. So last thing I want to mention is the E3 event, because if you're asking me, well, you know, stock has gone up so much, is it going to dip? How is the stock going to do? Is it going to continue to increase? You know, should we hold? Should we buy? What should we do? Well, I'm really looking at the E3 event. So this is a gaming event. And at this gaming event, it's going to be on June 13th to June 15th. And the games that I'm looking for Nintendo to announce, this gaming event, it's where a lot of console makers, they basically announce a lot of video games coming to their consoles. Now, if Nintendo announces Pokemon Stars, it's a rumor, but if Pokemon Stars comes out for the Nintendo Switch, that would drive stock like crazy because Pokemon has just completely sold in such high numbers. It has set so many records. I think the last Pokemon games were like the best-selling Nintendo games in history. So Pokemon would just completely drive up sales. And you have to wonder, you know, when you're looking at Nintendo doubling their production, increasing it to 18 million, they're gonna have something big announced at E3 because I don't think that you double your production. I don't think you increase it to 18 million unless you know that something's going to happen. Now they've been cautiously optimistic. They've been very cautious because of the Wii U. So you don't just drive up your numbers in production to such a high number unless you know that something is going to be selling your console. So Pokemon Stars comes out at E3, gets announced at E3, huge stock I could see going all hugely up, and I could really see the Nintendo stock going up to the numbers where they were at around $80 when they had the Wii, where the Wii was such a success. I could see the Nintendo Switch being an even bigger success. I could see stock getting up somewhere around there. Now, I'm not telling you to buy Nintendo stock. I'm just saying that's my opinion. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And some other games, if they announce Metroid, that would be a huge game. There's been some rumors of a Metroid game coming out. A lot of people want it. Another game, Super Smash Brothers, if they port over the Wii U version, because not that many people even had the Wii U, so not a lot of people even played Super Smash Brothers on the Wii U. If they port it over to the Nintendo Switch, you could see that driving up stock as well. And then if we see some third-party support from other game publishers, then that could also drive up Nintendo stock. So a lot of really good things to look at. By the way, their ticker symbol is NTDOY in case you want to look it up. And let's see. Okay, and one last thing. Sorry, guys. I just want to say one last thing. If the E3 event, if they don't announce these things, it doesn't necessarily mean that these games aren't going to be coming, because Nintendo has sort of a weird thing that they do. They call it a treehouse event, where they kind of just make their own events and they announce games kind of whenever they want. But I still think that these games are going to be announced at E3. And if they're not announced at E3, then I start to worry, and then I start to wonder, you know, how high is the price? You know, should you hold? Should you sell? You know, things like that. But as of right now, a lot of analysts are changing their tune from sell or hold, and they're changing it to buy and strong buy. And they really should have done that a long time ago. And I mentioned it in a previous video. It kind of drives me crazy where analysts just wait for a product to do very well and then they'll tell you to buy stock after the stock has already gone up immensely. But really, when I found out everything about the Nintendo Switch, when I found out how revolutionary the console was back in March, that was when I started buying Nintendo stock. And it has been going up a lot, and I've been making a good amount of profit on it. So anyway, I hope I covered everything, but if you guys have any questions, I tend to know a lot about Nintendo because it's my biggest stock. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll be sure to help you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and please subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Enjoy the holiday. Take care.